Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Psych. We're here on a Friday.
What
You
a
didn't know
surprise. Oh, my gosh. I'm trying to think. We didn't really plan this because we were under the weather a little bit yesterday.
You were kind of sick.
I was a little sick.
I'm a little bit sick.
I'm feeling better. And hopefully everybody now, with the weather clearing up, is feeling a little bit better as well. But we
do freaky, goofy stuff. So here we are.
And I'm the chair of the Extension Master Gardeners Volunteers in Olmsted County, and Kelly.
I'm Vice Chair, Kelly Ray Kirkpatrick, Olmsted County Extension Master Gardener Volunteers.
And look where we're at. We are at the Soil and Water Conservation plant sale, and we're picking up our plants. In fact, I already picked mine up. So I tell Kelly, yeah, I picked mine up, and she's like, I didn't get mine. So goes,
Tom, let's go shoot a show.
Let's go shoot a show.
So
look at, we didn't even coordinate. I got the new outfit on, and she's still wearing the old
I got the old outfit on, and that's okay.
That's okay, but let's talk about the plant
Let's talk
kits.
about what we're here for.
Let's talk about what we're doing here.
Natives, pollinators, soil and water restoration. This is your specialty, pollinators.
And I got the Rusty Patch Bumblebee plant kit.
Is that what you picked up?
And the lowland meadow, shortgrass meadow prairie kit to add to my garden, which I expanded by 100 square feet this year. So
nice, good for you. That's awesome. A lot of people plant tall grass prairie plants here, but we are not a tall grass prairie. We are a mixed short grass prairie here in southeast Minnesota. And there goes Mayo 1.
Mayo 1. Uh-oh.
Fun fact about our airport, number 1 in the country.
So we're here at Graham Park,
Services.
And we're at this is the dairy barn.
The dairy barn.
Dairy barn, or otherwise known as 25. So we're going to go in here and meet some of the people leading this organization, this effort. So let me flip the camera here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Kelly.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Well, Kelly's here to pick up her plants.
I'm here to pick up 2 flats.
Olmsted
County SWCD is donating to our MLK Community Park Food and Learning Garden. We have a 315 square foot perimeter around the garden dedicated just to pollinators, because pollinators are responsible for like 40% of our food, folks. Imagine no more coffee. Imagine no more apples. Imagine no more oranges. Imagine no more lots of food.
Almonds.
That we wouldn't have almonds without pollinators. And Aaron Gam with Olmsted WCD is going to talk about the program.
Yeah, so this is our yearly plant sale. We do native plants and seeds that we offer to customers throughout the county and the area. This is our second year doing it. It's really gained some traction over the last couple of years. We doubled our amount of plants and seed that we sold. So we sold about 4 acres of native seed that are going to be in the urban area.
Yeah, look at all the seed boxes over here.
And
boy.
About 4,000 individual native plants.
Wow, yeah. 4,000 individual native
Look at that.
plants.
Pollinator,
That is awesome.
Savannah, Songbird, Monarch. I mean, everything you want. Yes.
Yeah.
That is a huge amount of pollinator species going into our urban areas. And
it's a huge amount.
It's a huge amount. And that's phenomenal.
Yeah, we're trying to create pollinator corridors to increase insect habitat within this kind of concrete jungle we have. And the more pollinator plantings, it's good for the insects, but it's also good for the water and the soil. So deeper rooted vegetation lets that water, like we got last night, infiltrate into the soil better, so it doesn't run off into the streets, into our rivers. So it's important to create this permeable surface in the landscape.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So pollinators are good for clean water. Of course, pollinator plants, natives, are good for the pollinators, but they're also good for clean water.
Yes.
They help to diversify our native animal, our fauna diversity, because it'll expand some of the species that are really endangered right now. Can you talk about some of those and specific kits that are geared towards some of those species?
Yeah, a big kit that we sold this year was a kit specifically designed for the Rusty Patch Bumblebee, which is the state.
I got
bee,
one of those.
actually. And we're in Rochester. We're right on this zone where it's a high potential for reintroduction. So it's important that this area gets a lot of these native flowers out, because once you get these native flowers in the ground, you can really see the difference in insects and birds coming to and visiting those flowers. So being a kind of a priority area for Rusty Patch Bumblebees, we're really pushing those flowers out of the landscape so we can get them back in the area.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
So are there any neighborhood initiatives that are going on right now? I know that we applied for some neighborhood stuff a couple of years ago with the large grant from Lawns to Legumes, and I know that one of the neighborhoods has just gotten some grant money to do a big project. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So there's a grant through the Board of Soil and Water Resources called the Lawns to Legumes grant. It's a neighborhood grant, and we're in the final processes of getting that finalized. So potentially a pot of money for a neighborhood to introduce pollinators in a very concentrated, large scale to create a pollinator corridor through a primarily urbanized neighborhood.
Yeah,
So-
where that's kind of devoid of that floral diversity that we see because it's mostly monoculture of turf
Yep,
grass.
small
and,
lot homes, older homes, so there's not a lot of natural spaces around, and so we're hoping that grant can increase these pollinator corridors, as we like to call them. So
Wonderful.
There's lots
Awesome,
out there
awesome.
too and stuff. And when I picked mine up, I got some extra material here. Aaron and the team here has put together some great material for you. There's a brochure here on planting for pollinators. Just have to scan it.
Can you scan this through the video? I'm going to hold it really
Oh
still.
my God,
Can
if
people
I-
do that? Do we know how to do that, Pat?
I don't know if they do it, they might. Okay. Yep.
Okay, try that.
Try that.
or you can find this online. It's Board of Soil and Water Resources Planting for Pollinators. It's a comprehensive guide for different plantings of shrubs and pocket prairies and plugs, all different ideas on how to increase pollinator habitat in your backyard or your large lot or out in the rural environment as well. It's
Excellent.
good for everybody.
And then we got this, the plug planting. So this is how you plant your plugs. Gives you a little advice on how to do that. Mine are sitting in my yard, ready for tomorrow.
Waiting to plant when the
waiting to go
soil
on.
gets a little drier.
Yep. Yeah. After last night.
You have a particular difficult substrate in your subdivision where you live out in Northwest Rochester.
Clay
You
is
got
really bad.
high clay, the shale, maybe some perched wetlands that were created in the subdivision development. Whereas me downtown, I've got this incredible 30 inches of topsoil sandy loam.
Yep.
I think it's Dixonson 27B is what I'm on. That beautiful alluvial riverbed with just.
Are you on the soil and water?
No, I sit on the Bowser State
Oh,
Board.
she's
I'm
not
kind-
Bowser State.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
kind of a soil geek.
Wait
a
a
little
second.
bit,
So
yeah.
Bowser, she loves saying that term, but what's Bowser?
It is the State Board of Water and Soil Resources.
Board
So
of Water and Soil. Okay.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah. So
Bowser. Okay.
yeah. So yeah. Can we walk around and look at a couple of these
Let's
kits?
walk-
And
yeah,
maybe Aaron,
and-
you can tell us how many species are in each kit and what they.
Yeah, so the kits, we offer them every year. The sale typically.
Oh, hang on. Tom is experiencing technical difficulties.
It
because
happens.
He's our camera guru.
Okay.
and
All right.
There we go.
I got it. Okay. Here we go.
So we have about 5 or 6 plant kits available this year. 36 plants per kit, 6 of each species. My point of contact.
We came back. We're alive. We're back. All right.
Good. Awesome. That is
We'll have to wrap this up here now. I don't know how much time we can
So,
carry out of
so
there.
we're going to talk about what comes in the kits, how many plants, the species, that kind of thing, and then the different categories you have for each.
And I'll zoom in here from here, Aaron. Yep.
There are a
So
lot of categories: monarch,
I can.
monarch kits, rusty patch bumblebee kits, short prairie, tall prairie,
Okay.
buckthorn replacement, rain garden kits, shoreland stabilization kits. So there's a lot of different kits available, and we usually open up the sale in late winter, and people order online at Olmsted swcd.org. It's our Olmsted Soil and Water Conservation District website. So we do this every year, and then people order and come and pick them up. So each tray consists of 36 plants,
Yep.
6 species, and 6 of each different species, right? So 6 plugs of one species and 6.
And that's what I think
different
is awesome about it, because I don't have to buy a packet of seeds and get one thing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you get the mixed packs and you don't know what you got till they.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get invasives in those mixed packs
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
or plants that aren't even suited for our climate or our agricultural zone, which can be a real problem
Yeah.
if you're not really.
These are all
knowledgeable.
maybe if you want to grab one and bring
These
it out
are all
here, maybe.
Minnesota eco-type.
Yeah, and they're all individually. Each one's labeled, so you know exactly what each of the plugs are.
For instance, the Monarch kit, we have several different. I mean, they're really healthy. We got World Milkweed, which is an awesome plant.
Yep.
And lots of different kind of
World milkweed.
World Milkweed.
Yeah, look at that, the Monarch Special.
Huh?
Yep.
Some asters, and there's different plants in the kits every different year. We try to mix it up every year. But we do also offer larger amounts
Yep.
of seed for if you're looking to get your yard into a bee lawn or larger planting of just a prairie too. So this is more for gardens and curation.
Yep.
And then we also have seed that we just do.
Look at these packets of seeds.
Yeah.
Wow. So here's a septic mound
Septic
mix.
mound, which is a popular one because you don't want super deep.
So if I
rooted
put this on
vegetation.
my yard, I won't form a septic system. It'll just, no, I don't know. All right, okay. But if you don't have a septic system, you can still use this?
But this is a great alternative.
Is this for
because
like rain garden too, maybe, or what?
No, this is specifically for septic systems because when you plant on a mound,
Yep.
you need short-rooted plants so
Ah.
that it doesn't infiltrate into the drain field. So a lot of our rural properties,
So clever.
or a lot of our subdivisions that are outside of the city limits or don't have that sewer plumbing hookup utilize septic mounds, and they need a separate kind of a species with shorter roots to grow in those specific areas.
So
it's
that's the
really nice
idea
when
there. It's
somebody
shorter
come out with
root
that.
systems.
Yep,
Okay.
it's a
Yeah,
popular one.
yeah.
We have pollinator mixes.
Yep.
1,000 square feet. We sell them by 1,000 square feet and 100 square feet if you want to do a little pot. Or
So
big
it's
pot.
100 by, yeah, that's a lot
That's
of.
wonderful.
Yeah,
This is
so-
really a great
Yep.
program. So the keys are that this is advertised through social media,
Yep.
and also through emails. You do it
Yep.
like January, February for pre-sales.
Yep, usually February, March, April is typically our sales times, and it's online. We send out emails and do Facebook posts, try to get the word out. But it's been, like I said, it doubled from year 1 to year 2, and I think word of mouth is the best kind of advertising. And I think a lot of people are impressed.
And we're going to get
Yes.
that posted. We'll be putting it on our, we'll
Yeah.
be tagging you guys when we
Yes.
get this online.
Yeah.
And so should we tell them what our
So-
parting statement is?
Well, I want to mention two things.
Okay.
Skip Langer, if you're watching, we
Skip.
know you're supposed to be doing this, but you are moving your kiddo out of college this weekend, so Aaron has taken over for you, only temporarily.
Yep.
But we love you, Skip. And this program, watch for it next year so you can get your orders in, and let's see if we can triple the volume of sales to
Yeah.
help our pollinators and help clean water and plant diversity throughout our county, which would be really great, especially in urban areas like Rochester, where we need it more, where we've got such a, like Aaron said, this concrete jungle, heat island effect, a lot of things going on. So watch for the sale next year as it comes up.
Yeah.
And you know how we end our shows?
I do not. All right.
Okay, ready? So it's ready to, I guess it's time to end the show.
It's time to end the show. We've been really babbling.
So
on
what,
for a long
what,
time.
what are we going to
Very
do, Aaron?
important.
What are we going to say here?
We're going to say,
Okay. Rock your day. Okay. Okay.